Hello, welcome back to another video on the channel where healing and spiritual growth are front and center. This video shout out goes to all Andreas. I've got a few of you all. Thank you for your continued support. And I want to touch on this one. Boy, talk about a revelation. I was like, oh wow, yes. Remember, the further along we get in the spiritual awakening, y'all, in God's reality, the more God reveals these things and we connect more dots. Because we become well-versed about that narcissistic abuse on the individual level, right? How they love bomb and devalue, that constant push-pull, okay, on the emotion. And then, basically they're tied to those neurotransmitters. Yep, the very ones I talk about in the course, how the trauma bond is formed to help you all get a better understanding, that's right, of what was going on during the trauma bonding process. See, the more wisdom and knowledge that we gain about that, oh man, the harder and harder, and then it gets impossible to be trauma bonded to another narcissistic abuser. And I will share with you all that there's some, Yep. There's some out here who thought they had me trauma bonded. I was like, no, I could walk away at any time. I'm not trauma bonded to you or anything. Period. Okay? Bottom line. It's business, not personal. Alright? So, anywho, the devaluing on a societal level. Alright. Woo! Juicy, coming right up. Alright. The devaluing on a societal level. Something we come to realize. Okay, remember, narcissism is not going away. It's all around us. Always has been. We didn't see it. See, the more clarity we get, you're going to hear about this later on too. The more clarity we get, because see, the enemy does not want people to get that kind of clarity. He does not want people to get the level of awareness that God needs us to have so that we can connect these dots. Yeah, the enemy can't hide in plain sight no more. Okay? No, the further along we get, we see this stuff. Right? And it's the same, it's the patterns. Okay, it's all about patterns, right? Alright. Let's say there's an entity that sells the service, but they don't want the buyer to use it. Alright, so in order to get that person, the buyer, the consumer, okay, get them attached to the service, right? In order to, trauma bond them. There you go. To trauma bond them to the service, they will, come and provide the service they're selling for a little bit. That's love bombing, because then, let's say, another month goes down the road, and there's another part of that service that the consumer needs to use, then the service provider, whatever it is, doesn't want to do what it is the consumer is asking when the consumer is paying for that service in the first place. That's the devalue. Yep, that's the devaluing. And this is why I say there's a lot of these people who don't know they're being narcissistically abused every single day on the societal level. They don't realize that what's happening when the entity does that, just wants to take their money and not provide the service. Little love bomb. They don't realize that that's happening. Okay, those little love bombs, they'll fulfill the service there in the beginning. Yes, remember that deception. Remember, love bombs are very, very deceptive, you all. That's why God says excessive flattery, no. Well, excessive anything. Okay, for that matter. But remember how God says flattery worketh ruin. Okay, and then he also said that a blessing and a curse coming out of the same mouth, it ought not to be. Okay? It's in the book of James. It ought not to be. Alright? It's just very, 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 very common that we see this. Because what it is that the devaluing, a lot of times we start to catch it when they do a love bomb and devalue, like right at the same time. Alright? We get better at catching that. But when it comes to the societal level, start paying attention to the exact same patterns, and then it makes better sense. It's like, why these narcs out here think that that's normal when it's not. Okay? It's like, we are providing a service, with our sessions and everything, and we want y'all to use them. Okay, that's what they're there for, to help y'all level up your healing and spiritual growth. And, that's just a big thing. But that devaluing on the societal level, it happens all the time. All the time. And I just want to, point that out for you all, because watch out for that. That's what's happening. And so we learn not to let that frustrate us or anything like that. And then oftentimes what we do, we get rid of that service and find another one. I'm just saying. I mean, that's life, right? They don't realize, see, these entities that pull that stuff because they want it, that they're dishing out narcissistic abuse, and they want to pull that stunt because they're lazy, they don't want to work. Okay, fine. We'll pull our money and take it somewhere else. That's what we do. That's it. We don't stick around for that stuff. Okay, yes, James 3:10. That's what I was looking up for you all. Okay, James 3:10. Out of the same mouth proceedeth blessing and cursing. My brethren, these things ought not so to be. James 3:10. Right there. Okay? So we watch out for that. But this is what we're seeing on the societal level as the devaluing occurs, when the shiny wears off. Okay? Never forget that, you all, that the enemy sees people as objects, right? Shiny new toys. And so, because the enemy gets bored easy. I bet you didn't know that. Right? Remember how these narcissistic abusers, like little toddlers, they get bored easy. Well, so does the enemy. Right? Remember, very important, because you want to know who the devil is. Just look, observe the behaviors of these narcs, and then the patterns of narcissistic abuse on the societal level. You start to see this stuff. And it's like, really? Oh, okay. Yeah, see, the enemy can't hide in plain sight. No more. Okay? Because devaluing on the societal level. And I'm telling y'all, many folks out here don't even know that's what's happening to them. They don't realize they're being narcissistically abused. You know, I mean, it's really intriguing to witness as well. And, there's another trick that the enemy is pulling here when he does that devaluing on the societal level like that. That's right. To get the consumer who is buying or paying for that service, to get them upset. That's right. To get them upset, to come out of character, and to feed the demon of complaining. Because that's what happened. And I've been witnessing it here recently. And that's all the consumer will do, because they can't, the entity that's providing the service that they're paying for doesn't want to do the job that, or whatever it is that the consumer is requesting, that is part of the package that they're paying for. But the entity, or, the service provider, whatever, doesn't want to do it. So they're going to devalue, because after the love bombing, same thing with these narcissistic abusers. Once they got that consumer hooked, the shiny starts to wear off. The shiny wears off of the new toy. And so now they don't really want to do anything else for the new toy. They want to put the new toy up on a shelf and forget about it for a little while. Okay? And see, that's the pattern of narcissistic abuse right there. And so the consumer gets flustered, naturally, and then engage in nothing but complaining about that. When the simple solution, really, is like I said a little bit ago, is that, they want to pull that stunt, then we pull our money and go somewhere else and get a similar service, or even something better somewhere else. Okay? And that's how we roll. We don't play. Alright, that's it, bottom line. Remember, the bold are righteous. Okay? The righteous are bold as a lion. Forgive me. I'm going to leave that blooper in there. That was good. That was a good one. I'm leaving that right there. The righteous are bold as a lion. Okay, so that's how we roll. We're not going to stick around. If there's a particular service or whatever that we're paying for, and it wants to engage in that narcissistic abuse, we're very familiar with the patterns and we notice it, we start to see that, we're like, no, we're not playing. Say bye-bye to them, and we go find another one that has similar or better, okay? And then we'll get with them. And that's just the way it is. And we're not going to play around. And this is how these entities and the evildoers that pull that narcissistic abuse, because narcs are lazy, and so those that pull those kinds of stunts, they end up doing it to themselves. I say that a lot for a reason, because it's so true. Right? They end up doing these things to themselves. Right? It's kind of like, and metaphorically, you all, that's how they shoot themselves in the foot. Because we're not obligated, okay? We don't have to keep paying for a service that wants to treat us like dirt. Right? That's what they're doing. They're treating the consumer that's paying for their service as less than when they pull those things. And they start devaluing on the societal level. They're trying to make the consumer feel as though they're less than. We don't play that. Nope. No time. We're not wasting God's time with that. You know, once we spot it, we're like, okay, you know what? Yep, we take our business elsewhere. Right? See, you know, a lot of, business owners, they understand this concept. They know that at some point, when the consumer gets tired of being treated like crap, that they're going to look for an alternate service. And we always pray and hope that it's going to be with a good one that will be true to their word. Okay? That's right. Be true to their word. Alright, because the chosen one will go-getters, right? Yeah, so we ain't gonna be, we ain't sitting around, pulling those shenanigans like that. That is not good business, by the way. Engaging in the whole, that hook, try to get them love bombed, and then turn around and devalue once the shiny wears off. That's not good for business. That's bad business. Right? That's bad. That's not cool. Alright, that is narcissistic abuse on the societal level. And so it's like, you know what? That's fine. Whatever. Okay? And it's not okay. No. Right? But that's why. And when enough is enough, enough is enough. So we walk away and we go find a service elsewhere. It's no different, y'all, than the concept of, let's say we go to a restaurant, right? And we, listen, let's face it, there's rude people out there. It is what it is. And they're usually narcs, right? There you go. Okay, but let's say you go somewhere and the service that they provided did not satisfy or meet your needs, right? Or our need. So what do? We don't go back. Right? We don't go back there again. It's that simple. Because what is narcissistic abuse? Y'all, bottom line, another foundation in that is, okay, to prevent people from getting their basic needs met. Right? To getting their needs met. Remember, the narcissistic abusers, what they did, they would never, ever, ever, ever help us, help meet our need. They never did. Alright? And so we now see it on the societal level. And so we don't tolerate that anymore. If we have some needs that need to be met, we go with God. Go with God. God guides our step. Like, you know what? Fine. You want to act that way? Again, you all, as a reminder for those who need it, when we witness some of these narcs acting stupid out here, just let them act stupid. They go take each other out, okay? And we keep on keeping on. We gotta find somewhere else. If that particular entity that we went to go eat at wants to, act stupid, take our business somewhere else. That's the way it works, okay? Because we're not gonna put up with that kind of devaluing. Not anymore. We're not tolerating it. We know there's plenty out here available to choose from. That's right. And that's a good thing. So as always, if y'all have any questions, you know where to reach me for additional information, insight, and other good stuff. You can check out these videos right here. Sending love and light to all fellow warriors. Thank you for watching, listening, and for your support. Until next time, let's show some gratitude to the Heavenly Father. And you keep being you. In Jesus' name, amen.